Hello and welcome to the Darksteel edition of Commander Fodder. So, yeah, let's have a look through the theme decks for Darksteel, even though I've already made a choice about which one I'm going to use, as you can see from up here. So, again, 4 theme decks per set. So for Darksteel, we've got Master Blaster, which is a blow things up deck. Looks like we've got 3 copies of Great Furnace, and then Restless Mountain, and there's 3 Darksteel Citadels. So we appear to be running what looks like a mono red deck. I'm just looking to see if there's anything else generating multiple colours. Don't think so. So yep. So if you've seen the set music episode, you'll know that Indestructible was a thing in this set. Then we've got Mind Swarm. It's a black weenie deck. So Swamp and Vault of Whispers as our mana base. And then obviously, again, with second set of the block, so what you're going to see is obviously some of the cards are from Darksteel and some are from Mirrodin. Swarm and Slam is a Forest and Plains deck. Again, we've got some mana generation going on as well here from one of the mirrors. And then finally we've got Transference. Actually contains 4 copies of cards banned in Mirrodin block, Seat of the Synod and Skull Clamp. Skull Clamp's also banned in Legacy, by the way. So with this deck, it's mono blue. We've got Seat of the Synod in there from the main set of the block, but at its heart, it's an Arcbound deck. The rares are Arcbound Reclaimer and Reshape in this particular deck, and this is the one I'm going to use in this episode. We've also got an Golem's Eye, which you would have seen. I think this came up in the Deck Dirtle episode. And there's our Skull Clamp. We've also got good old Dragon Blood. It's a way of putting counters on things. Yeah, so this is the one I'm going to use. Just going back up because I didn't point them out. This one, Mere Matrix and Pulse of the Tangle are the rares. That's for the Swarm and Slam deck. This is Mephetic Ooze and Pulse of the Dross as the Mind Swarm black deck. And finally we've got Gemini Engine and Pulse of the Forge for the Master Blaster, which was a red deck. So here's the deck in its raw form. So here's the actual Transference deck. Obviously 60 cards. You can see this is in red because Architect has quite correctly identified that these particular cards are not playable in the format that this is entered into. So I've put it in just as a legacy deck, and yep, so they're not allowed to be played in legacy. So yeah, that's the deck as it is, and the Commander version. So what I've done here, stripped it down, pulled out all the multiple copies. I'm just going to keep in the what was I going to say? Yeah, I'm going to keep in the 1 artifact land that's already in here. I don't know if there's anything else I want to remove at this point. The Echoing Truth, return target non-land permanent and all other permanents with the same name as that permanent to their owner's hand. I mean, in you know, a singleton format, you can't really leverage this. So this is a 2-mana bounce spell for non-land permanents. Oh well, unless you're lucky enough that more than one of your opponents is actually playing a certain card. Non-land permanent. I suppose you could use it. Actually, that might be quite handy. You could use it to bounce like, you know, very common mana rocks that get played in multiple decks. Reshape. Okay, we'll leave that in. Skull Clamp. Yeah. And then, so basically what we've got here is a modular. We're going to try and build a modular deck. Or, well, I'm going to let, say build. I'm going to let the Architect algorithm have a go at it. I may have to switch to the EDH Rec one, but we'll just see what rabbit hole we go down. Again, as I've been starting to do now, I'm going to goldfish this. And our commander is going to be Sign Master Thopterist. 2 in a blue, 1/4. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, create a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying. 1 in the blue, sacrifice 2 artifacts, draw a card. So, obviously I'm playing artifacts, and what I want to do is play mainly artifact creatures. I wonder if, so I'm just trying to work out if there's anything, what I'll be on the lookout for is anything that, I don't know whether, I'm going to have to be a bit careful. What I want to do is obviously play stuff that cares about islands, rather than necessarily cares about being in blue or having blue creatures, because that could cause a problem. Let me just look at this. So this is okay. We've got affinity for islands. So anything that cares about islands or, you know, blue mana or anything like that, we're okay. Anything that cares about cards with blue in them, in the converting mana cost, then we might have a little bit of an issue. So I'll have to keep my eyes open for that, because I might get suggested, because if it picks up, the algorithm picks up I'm in mono blue, I might get suggestions that don't really make any sense. But we'll see. Obviously there's a number of mana rocks that generate colourless mana, which we could stick in here as well, but I'll do that as I'm going along. You see here I've not done additional seeding beyond adding this legendary. So we're going to just play around 33 lands, see how we get on with that. I'm sure there's a number of combos we could play as well that might do interesting things, but we'll just see where these algorithms take us, because that's part of the fun. A journey into the unknown. Okay. So let's just compare straight away where this might. So this looks really promising. So it's definitely, yeah. So let's see. I reckon this will go really weird if we use the EDH Rec one, because that's going to be seems to be based more on what's in their data. Oh, I was saying that. Let's have a look. Oh, actually. That's not too bad. Okay. Okay, I'll tweak it. Yeah, let's just make this ridiculous. Okay. Yeah. That. It's already in the deck. Okay. That's generating artifact tokens, which is good. Yeah, happy with that. I think this might build itself, you know. like that. We might as well have that stapled on. Okay, let me keep an eye on this wall. Maybe I didn't want to be playing that many creatures, but what the hell. Well, actually, we might as well, seeing as we are playing a modular deck. We need to be doing something really interesting in the counters. So we want to find stuff that's going to really start ramping up the counters. So let's see what we can find. Was it? I'm just trying to remember. Was it Proliferate, which was the thing? Just thinking. Let me just look at this off camera. Hold on. Well, so I don't interfere with that. Because I always get confused. Oh yes, the scars are mirrored in. The player that chooses any number of players and permanents counts on them, put another kind of permanent on them. Okay. I could put a Contagion Clasp. And a Contagion Engine, actually. So we'll put that in. We'll put a Soul Ring in. See if it finds that. Chief of the Foundry. Do I want to be generating goats? This is the question. Playing blue. Now, do I want to be playing around with these? Might as well have that in. Still oversee. Yeah. Oh dear. I think I'm going to end up taking a load of stuff out. Okay. So I'm really going to have to manually do this because it doesn't look like it's going to come up. So I just want this for the proliferate bit. More than anything. So yeah, this is what I just got up off screen, just so you know I'm not up to too much shenanigans here. I was just trying to find various cards that might whenever you cast a non-creature spell, no, that's no good. Some of these will come up maybe when I search, for instance. That's interesting. That Tide spell. But we'll see as we go through. We'll just see what we get from enchantments and other things. Okay, moving on. I think we've got enough creatures in there. Yeah. Oh, there's so much interesting stuff you could play. It's just ridiculous. That's pretty mean. Doesn't seem to be there. Creatures you control are flying. Oh, what the hell? I do really like this. It's just ludicrous. That's always pretty interesting to start messing around with that. It's non-creature artifacts. Yeah, what the hell? Anyway, let me take a look at this one. Whenever you cast a spell, proliferate. Oh yeah. That's just obscene. Okay, I think I'll leave it at that. 84, so 16 things. So let's have a look at some instants and sorceries. What I should have really done with this, actually, is a good example where, you know, with this deck, as you saw, I didn't add additional cards to seed it. Thinking about it, what I should have done is seeded it with a number of proliferate cards that might have caused the recommendations to be slightly different. Who knows? I mean, they're in there now, so we'll see. What I'm wondering is whether it's going to suggest any instant speed proliferate stuff. Yeah, there's, you know, I don't know if I've got it already, but I could be playing stuff like Fodder and Archmage, and we should look at Tezzeret as well. And there's other sort of support cards, like if we're playing small artifacts, we can, you know, play Trinket Mage. And then a number of blue mana rocks we can play if it's not, again, not already in there. It's like Silvermere and other such things. I'm trying to remember if I did play, and again it's just another creature, which is Grand Architect. Okay, so we're playing blue, we might as well play Counterspell. Okay, that's interesting. We're playing blue, so we should, yeah. Cyclonic Rift. Brainstorm. And so many things here. I'm sure, again, in Scars and Mirrodin, wasn't there some counter spells that had Proliferate stapled onto them? I think I'm right. Yeah, does it feel for the cause? I don't know if it's going to come up on this though. Let's have a look. That. Got 7 instants. Let's have a look at some sorceries. What are we doing? 90, okay. Got to be a bit careful. And then we'll have a look at some land as well. Sub some stuff out. Okay. So draw cards equal to the highest converted mana cost. Yeah. Each player with all coloured permanents here. Now that's interesting. Create a token that's a copy of an artifact. Do I want probe? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, that's cool. As is that. Oh, hang on, where's Treasure Cruise? There it is. Will be good in this deck. Now, we might as well be tutoring, and we might as well do that. Thoughtcast. Okay, 9 sorceries. What the hell? Yeah. Am I running too much? Mass removal. Maybe I don't want to run that. Okay. Let us see what we get for Planeswalkers. Oh, there's no surprise here. So there we go. one more. What do we need? 35 creatures and 8 artifacts. Anything else artifact wise that might belong in here? Do I really want to? Oh, yeah, I can't resist it. Let's run a trading post. Right, so we need to think about land, see what utility land there might be. Okay. Doesn't hurt. Neither does that. Neither does that. That could get annoying. That's always been cool. I could add some cycling lands. That's always a possibility. Would we want to go with? I mean, it's appealing because it's artifacts. You know how much I like Rogue's Passage. Okay. Let's not get too greedy, eh? I think that's the deck. So there we go. There's our deck. I'm going to just export this now. In case anything crashes. I'm sure it won't because I've already saved it. But, you know. Probably could play more enchantments in this deck as well. But I'll leave it at this at the moment. I just wanted to get a ton of artifacts out there. Right. Shall we play test? Yes, we shall. What do we got? I did use. Oh yeah, that's good. We got the regulation basic lands in set. All right. Let's see. This is going to be funny. Get rid of this down here. Hold on. So you can actually see the mana. So. Well, the thing is, we don't really need to be super speedy. So that's going to be cool. Like turn 3, Foundry Inspector, and we've got islands in hand and a Darksteel Citadel out, and we have a Juggernaut on turn. Once this is out, that's only gonna it's going to cost us 1 less, so that's cool. So I'm pleased about getting that there. So let's just boom, go forward a bit. Oh my word, that's cool. Yeah, this definitely is. This is an interesting deck. See, now I've lost. I got so excited. I've lost where I am. Hang on. If I untap that, yeah, I can see things getting seriously out of control here. So I could have, yeah, I didn't even do it. I could have then, yeah, so I wasn't really paying attention. So I got that out. Obviously, let me just go back. So we played that. So now we get this out. So can we do anything super shifty here? No. So if we, so what, that's 3 to play. Oh yeah, it doesn't act until we get, yeah, okay. So we, I'm going to leave, not that I've got any counter spells, so it doesn't really matter if I leave blue open or not, I suppose. So let's just tap out here, do that, play that, untap. Next, we've got another island, get an island out. So now we've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 6 mana out, but we've got this in play. So, yeah, I could see. So we can get our Steel Hellkite out, no problem at all. Oops. So we would want. We need to tap. Is that? That's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's our Steel Hellkite out. And then, yeah, we could have. Yeah, there's just so many options here, actually. I could have removed this, actually, but I left it in. Oh, actually, I didn't even need to tap all that because I keep I've got to keep an eye on this as well. So now, you know, things can get out of control. So oh, crikey. Create a token that's a copy of a target artifact. Create a token that's a copy of a target creature except. Wow, okay. So I can copy my Steel Hellkite, I can copy my Foundry Inspector. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, so I probably want to get this out. So then, yes, what's this? So that's really just that. Play that. That's now in play. So whenever you cast an artifact spell, create. So if we now, well, actually, oh no, it's not an artifact. Yeah. So now, see, it's really. This is why it's always nice, you know, when you're playing on MTGO, because you know all of this stuff gets taken care of. So if I was to play my Juggernaut out, then it's going to trigger that. So yeah, so it's only. Yeah, so I don't know if I did that because of this, you know, that comes out and we generate a token. Stop the token 1/1 and untap, draw, got Arcbound Stinger. So that comes into play, basically just costs 1. So if I was to, am I gonna, yeah, no, I don't want to. So I suppose this is better off playing when you've got more options. So if I play that, then that's got, I can just do that actually, add a counter. So that's got 1/1, it's a 1/1, nothing pretty dramatic, but it's just, you know, modular theme deck. And as soon as we start getting the proliferate stuff online, then things could probably get quite out of hand. I'm just going to play this out till we end up with an empty hand, because I'm curious. I don't really want to play that. I could play that. I could duplicate my Foundry Inspector or my Steel Hellkite, but Oh, and of course I forgot to whack a Thopter into play. I played that. So, Island. Oh, what the hell, let's just get this out. So, whoops, forgot to untap. 1, 2, 3, and then, and that's 6, but it is that, oh, it's, yeah. Play that, and we create a token that's a copy of this. Should really be in the graveyard. Again, I mean, I could be swinging with these, but that's not the point here. It's just to try and get some feel of how things are pulling out. We got Devastation Tide. Yeah, we don't really need that. Again, we can, you know, and again, as we play through this, obviously we could be swinging. What's that? Draw cards equal to the highest converted mana cost amongst artifacts you control. So, yeah, now things get ludicrous. Okay, so we draw 6 cards. So let's just go with this. So where are we? 4. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. That comes out. And then we just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay. This is a fun deck. So yeah. Anyway, I think probably most of the utilities coming from the non-Arcbound stuff really, rather than anything else. So there we have it. Oh, that was good. I enjoyed that. Yeah, it's always interesting to see what gets suggested, but when just things go off, or when it go off, you know what I mean, things get interesting, then this is really fun. Okay, so I'm going to stop it there. Thanks for watching this. That was let me go back to the deck. Hang on, let me dump myself out here so we can just have a quick look before we wrap things up. So yeah, it's my Commander Fodder deck. Transference, we got Signmaster Thopterist as the commander. It was somehow it's gone really cranky here, but anyway, that another reason why it's always handy to export this. Like, it started adding random shit back in. So yeah, so that's pretty interesting deck to play around with. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.